What's going on, guys? It's Coach Colin, coolest high performance coach in the world. And if you want more of the absolute best insights to the podcasts you love, hit that subscribe button. Smash it into the phone like that. Not too much that you break the screen, but just get serious about it. You know what I mean? All right. We're in episode 1730. I've done a lot of clips on 1730. It's Joe Rogan with Cameron Haynes. I absolutely love this podcast. There's so many. How many more do I have? I got like at least 4 more of these clips because when Joe gets around Cameron, they just start talking that inspirational talk, that type of talk that if you could just hear that type of stuff every single day, your quality of life would just like excel. You know, hear it and apply it. Your quality of life would excel. Right now we're at 57 minutes and 21 seconds. If I just read what I wrote in the car, Joe talks about people living a very boring existence and hating on people who dare to adventure. The way that people hate on people who do the things that they won't dare do, that they won't dare try. In simpler terms, the crab in the bucket mentality. I don't know what that was. Let's get going.
This is why I've been trying to get you to quit your job. Most people's existence is you're doing something all day that you don't want to do.
Yeah.
And you have all this adventure that you do on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people don't. So their existence is this dull drone of doing things they don't want to do all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they get home, they just watch TV and eat.
Right.
And when they see people that are daring, that take risks, they attack them.
Mm-hmm.
They hate on them. And that's through the comfort of their own phone and through the keyboards. They like to shit on people that make them feel uncomfortable. And they'll talk shit about your ambitions and like, what the fuck is wrong with him? Why is he running every day? Why is he working out so much? Like the kind of stuff they do for you. Like, I see it.
Yeah.
I'll read your. I don't read my comments, but I'll read yours.
Yeah.
But that's why they do it. They do it because they feel inadequate because they're not living a maximized life.
Mm-hmm.
But they could.
Yeah.
That's the thing, they could. It's not easy. No. And the longer you get into that life, the harder it is to get it. If you're 55 years old and you've been living this dull-ass, boring life your whole life and you've never taken any chances and your body looks like shit, it's fat and doughy and you're tired all the time and you decide, I want to be a beast today. Like, boy, you got a long road, son.
Yeah.
You know?
People do it. I mean, I don't know if they turn into beasts, quote unquote, but they lose 100 pounds.
Hey, man, if a guy loses 100 pounds, he's a beast.
Yeah.
That's a beast. That's a true Herculean effort.
Yeah, I mean, and we've talked about this before, but even where I work now, there's people who I worked with, and they'd say, well, you keep that up, you won't be running when you're 40, you won't be doing this, you won't be doing that because your knee replacements, you're going to break your body down, you won't be able to walk and all this. But what happens is, and we talked about this with Goggins the other day, but your body, his was pretty extreme, but your body does adapt to the load you put on it.
Yes.
And they say, instead of, it's not running breaks your body down, running strengthens your body. And runners actually have stronger joints, stronger knees, stronger hips, because their body has adapted.
Right, yeah. It's like everything else. Like Thai fighters, like if someone kicks you in the shin, that hurts like hell.
Right.
But Thai fighters can kick fucking trees. Mm-hmm. Why? Because their body's adapted.
Right.
Like, it just hurts to adapt.
Yeah. And
to be able to do things that are difficult, you have to harden your mind too. Mm-hmm. That's the most impressive thing about people like you and Goggins and these folks that do these endurance events. It's like you got to harden your mind if you're going to run for 3 days.
Yeah, that's definitely the hardest part. Yeah, and they say, you know, I mean, where the change happens, it's like being consecutive days of training, that's good, but it's over years. Not very many people do it for years. You know what I mean? Everybody goes, they get all fired up, energized to do something, then that drops off. They might do it for a week. But
like folks who lose weight and then gain it back.
Yeah. I mean, but if you can just continue to put in the work, punch that time clock for your life, I mean, it can change dramatically. Your body will change. Everything will change. Your how you look at things changes, but it takes that consistent effort.
The consistency is so hard.
Man, that right there, I love everything that they were just saying, because although they're doing like I do, like I always apply things to like working out and like the load that you put on your body there, but that also goes towards like you right now, if you're thinking of, and I talk about it a lot because it's something that I know a lot of people want to do, because I know it's something that's on my heart to do. It's like starting a business, anything. You just have to, like he just said, you just have to callous your mind. Start callousing your mind. Start getting used to putting a dramatic load on yourself. A good example is before I first started my YouTube channel, I bought like a bunch of camera equipment. Like I was working in a factory. I had somebody who I was working with who was a filmmaker. He was selling all his equipment. So I bought it back from him week after week, just paycheck after paycheck. I just kept giving him my money, taking camera equipment until I had it all. And he taught me how to use it. And then I decided to go start a video production company. And it worked. Like I started, getting gigs and doing things. And I remember as I was buying all this stuff, I kept having a friend who was just like, well, you better make some money with that. How are you going to make any money? You don't even know how to use it. You don't even know how to use it. Like, how are you going to make money? Like, how much did you spend? Like, you're always going to have those people who like they talked about people in the comments and everything. You're always going to have those people, and you're always going to have that learning curve. But if you can just, like he just said, punch in the time clock every single day. Like I learned how to like I got a lot, like you can't see it. I got a lot of equipment going on right now. And like now I know how to use it. Now I know how to do things. I've started podcasts for other people. I've started many of my own podcasts. I've done so many video production gigs. It's not even funny. I've covered events. I've done all sorts of stuff, but it's all because day after day, I just punched in the clock. Day after day after day after day after day after day, and it's possible for you. Like you just have to get used to it. Like he said it perfectly. Cameron said it perfectly. Your body will adapt to the load that you put on it. So if right now you're working in a grocery store, working in a factory, working some finance job you don't like, and there's something else you want to do, put that load of the something else you want to do on yourself, and your body will adapt. You've never started a business before. Start day after day doing the things that entrepreneurs do. Not saying quit your job, but start doing the things day after day that people do to start a business. And after a few years, you will have a business. And maybe it won't be enough for you to leave your job, but maybe it'll start paying some of the bills. Maybe your first goal is like, if this could pay my phone bill, that'd be great. If this could pay my phone bill and my cable bill, that'd be great. If this can pay my rent, wow. If this could, you know what I mean? And you just keep building and building and let your body adapt. Let your mind adapt. It's not even just callousing your mind. Your mind will adapt. Your mind will start to see things the way a business owner will see things. If you want to be an artist and like you're not doing that, it's like, man, just day after day, paint. Your mind will start to adjust to what you put upon it. Your body will adapt. The same way he just said your body will adapt, your mind will adapt. And that, in my belief, I know it sounds really woo-woo and soy boy, airy-fairy type of stuff, but man, you can do anything. Anything. Like when I work around younger people, I always give like when I talk to like kids that are like 17, 16, I tell them, I'm like, bro, you can become an astronaut if you want. Like you just have to do the work that somebody who's an astronaut did. Do that work day after day and aim to be an astronaut, and you'll at least be working in some aerospace station or something. Like you just have to go after it every single day, and it will become successful. I do this YouTube stuff. I do coaching. I have a coaching business. Whenever the coaching business isn't providing the finance that I want, I don't run back to a job because I'm trying to callous my mind and make my body and my mind and my business, my life adapt to having a business. So what do I do instead? I do Uber Eats to fill in the gaps. I do. Like right after this, I'm getting on the road. That's how it works. That's how my life is. I literally wake up, I shoot 3 videos, I post them. I make the thumbnails. I go out. I drive. I come home. I talk to my clients. I see who has what days booked and what time. I talk to them. I answer as many comments as I can on here. I go to sleep. Obviously I tell my wife I love her. I chill with my wife, say what's up, do all that stuff, really trying to engage with my wife. I love her so much. But then I go to sleep and I do it all again. I do it day after day, after day after day. And that's it. And I've buckled in my mind that I'm going to be doing this for years. Like, this is not, let's see where this is in 3 months. This is like, I'm doing this for 2 years, at least. That's how I really give myself a chance. The same way they just said that sometimes people will do things and they fall off after a week. You can't fall off after a week. You can't fall off after a month. You have to have the mindset that you're going to have to do this for years. And the reason that you do that is not some macho, grandiose reason. The reason you do that is because it's your life. It's your fucking life. So fight for it. Fight for the fucking life that you want. I shouldn't swear. I know YouTube hates swearing. It's 11 minutes in. I should be okay, right? I don't know how it works. But fight for it, man. It's your life. Give it a fighting chance. You know what I mean? You want to lose weight. Give yourself a fighting chance. Do everything you can. Study everything you can. Work out every day. Rest some days in the week. But give yourself a fighting chance in whatever it is that you're trying to do. Focus. And when those people come with their comments and they're, oh, what are you doing? Just know that they don't matter. Like, again, it's your life. So what someone has to say, who gives a fuck? Push that person aside. Literally, if you have to. Get that person out of the way. Like, if they're a friend, spend less time with them. Straight up. Straight up. I've had many friends who I spend less time with because they're like not into what I'm doing. That's fine. This is my life. I got to make this work. As long as my wife is cool, we're good. I'm going after this. And I really, really want people to go after the things that they want in life, because there's so much room for regret in life. There's so much room. If you're right now, I see my demographic. It says like the most people who watch us are like 25 to like 35. Man, we've already lived so much. There's already probably a bunch of regret in your life. No more from this point on. No more. Like, stop. Anything that you could possibly be regretting, that's enough. No more. Like, go after the stuff you want and go after it like your life depends on it, because the life that you want does depend on it. It does. So, yeah. I don't know, man. I just, what is that? Do you hear that too? I'm sorry if you do. But yeah, go after it, man. Go after your life. Because imagine the ideal life that you want. Like, just picture it. Write it down if you have to. You make it like big. Make it like, don't give it any boundaries. Just make it big. And then look at that life and then think to yourself, because it's true that if you work hard enough, you can have that life. Like, think about like whatever that thing is that you want in life. However you want life to look, however you want the house to look, the wife to look, the kids to look, the job to look, the this to look, the that. However, you can have all of it if you just work your ass off and not give a fuck what anybody has to say about what you're doing. Everything is possible. Everything is possible. All right. I'm sorry. I got a little excited and I went a little long, but if you're still watching at this point, good on you. Hit that subscribe button. And also, more so than hit that subscribe button, go after the life you want. I'm out. Peace. What is that? Peace.